Imagine standing at the base of a structure so tall it seems to pierce the heavens. The wind whistles differently up there, where the air thins and the earth appears as a sprawling map below. This isn't science fiction, this is the reality of today's most ambitious architectural projects. These aren't just buildings, they're declarations of economic might, technological prowess, and cultural ambition. In 2025, we're witnessing perhaps the most ambitious era of super tall construction in human history. Let's explore the 7 most breathtaking skyscrapers currently rising toward the clouds. Number 7. Merdeka PNB 118, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, 1,543 feet. Rising above Kuala Lumpur's historical district, this tower takes its design inspiration from something deeply meaningful to Malaysians: the silhouette of their first prime minister raising his hand to proclaim independence. The tower's distinctive spire required helicopter installation of components weighing up to 10 tons each. Despite its massive size, advanced double-skin facade technology reduces solar heat gain by 65%, while rainwater harvesting systems capture and recycle over 70% of annual precipitation. What makes Merdeka PNB 118 truly special is its integration with the surrounding community. Unlike many super tall towers that create isolated environments, this skyscraper features a 7-acre public park at its base that preserves and enhances historic urban spaces. Inside, the building houses the world's highest museum dedicated to Malaysian independence, featuring interactive exhibits suspended nearly 1,000 feet above the ground. The observation deck incorporates augmented reality displays that overlay historic images of Kuala Lumpur onto the modern cityscape, allowing visitors to witness the city's remarkable transformation over decades with a simple gesture. Number 6. Suzhou Zhongnan Center, Suzhou, China, 1,732 feet. In the ancient water city of Suzhou, known for its classical gardens and canals, this tower creates a striking contrast between China's historical identity and modern aspirations. Its foundation system addresses Suzhou's notoriously soft soil with 128 piles extending over 200 feet deep. The upper sections feature a pioneering damping system that uses massive water tanks to counteract building sway during typhoons. As water sloshes in the opposite direction of building movement, it stabilizes the structure through counterbalanced momentum. The cultural significance of the Zhongnan Center extends beyond its impressive engineering. The tower's facade incorporates thousands of programmable LED nodes arranged in patterns that mimic the rippling waters of Suzhou's ancient canals. At night, these lights perform choreographed displays timed to coincide with traditional Chinese festivals. More impressively, the building's geometric proportions strictly adhere to principles of feng shui and the golden ratio, with key structural elements positioned according to ancient numerological beliefs. Number 5. Uptown Dubai Tower, Dubai, UAE, 1,820 feet. The building's distinctive diamond-shaped crown houses the world's highest 360-degree observation deck, accessible via externally visible scenic elevators that climb along the building's corners at nearly 40 feet per second. Rather than a conventional central core, the building uses an exoskeleton approach with diagonal mega braces visible on the exterior, allowing for column-free interior spaces spanning up to 100 feet. The tower incorporates elevators that move both vertically and horizontally through the building, eliminating the need for transfers between different elevator banks. The Uptown Dubai Tower pushes boundaries not just in height, but in technological integration. The entire structure functions as what engineers call a data metabolism, with over 22,000 sensors monitoring everything from structural movement to air quality. These sensors feed into a digital twin that simulates the building's performance in real time, allowing for predictive maintenance before problems occur. The tower also features the world's first vertical wind farm, with specially designed turbines positioned within the diamond crown's apertures to capture and amplify desert wind patterns. Number 4. Iconic Tower, New Administrative Capital, Egypt, 1,949 feet. Rising from the desert outside Cairo, this tower incorporates subtle references to ancient Egyptian obelisks and monuments. Utilizing advanced Chinese construction methods, The tower has risen at a pace of approximately one floor every 4 days, an unprecedented achievement for African construction. Its innovative base isolation system uses massive rubber and steel bearings that essentially float the entire structure above its foundation, allowing it to move independently during seismic events. The double-skin facade incorporates a ceramic frit pattern that references ancient Egyptian textile designs, while reducing solar heat gain by over 70%. The iconic tower serves as more than just the centerpiece of Egypt's new capital. It functions as a monument to environmental adaptation. The building's orientation was calculated to minimize direct sun exposure during peak heat hours, while its mechanical systems include the world's largest thermal energy storage system, producing ice during nighttime hours to handle daytime cooling loads. Most impressively, the tower features an experimental carbon capture system that extracts CO2 directly from the atmosphere and converts it into building materials for ongoing construction throughout the new capital. Number 3. Burj Mubarak Al Kabir, Kuwait City, Kuwait, 2,063 feet. The Tower of 1,001 Nights consists of 3 interlocking ribbons that spiral upward, creating a visual metaphor for Kuwait's past, present, and future. Its height specifically references the year 661 in the Islamic calendar when Kuwait was founded. Rather than a conventional central core, each of the 3 ribbons acts as a structural element supporting the others, creating a system where no single component could stand alone. The spaces between ribbons create Venturi effects that accelerate wind velocity, allowing specialized turbines to generate approximately 18% of the building's electrical needs. What truly sets Burj Mubarak apart is its pioneering approach to fire safety, a critical concern following high-profile skyscraper fires in the Gulf region. Each of the 3 spiral ribbons contains its own independent evacuation system, essentially creating 3 separate buildings that can serve as refuge for the others in emergency scenarios. The building's skin incorporates phase-changing materials that absorb heat during a fire, buying crucial extra minutes for evacuation. Perhaps most remarkably, the tower houses what engineers call vertical safe havens, pressurized floors with independent power and water supplies occurring every 15 stories, designed to sustain occupants for up to 12 hours during catastrophic events. Number 2. Sky Mile Tower, Tokyo, Japan, 2,722 feet. Rising above Tokyo Bay on reclaimed land, this tower features distinct vertical neighborhoods separated by multi-story sky lobbies, essentially forming vertical villages of approximately 5,000 residents each. The building uses a revolutionary hexagonal core with 3 separate elevator systems, with no single elevator traveling more than 70 floors. Special mesh surfaces on the facade capture moisture from the humid Tokyo air, providing up to 30% of the building's water needs through atmospheric water generation. During typhoons, the building can harvest enough water to operate self-sufficiently for weeks. Beyond its technical achievements, the Sky Mile Tower represents a radical rethinking of urban psychology. Traditional skyscrapers often create environments of isolation, but this structure deliberately fosters community through what designers call vertical streets, double-height spaces that wind through each neighborhood with algorithmically planned intersections to maximize spontaneous social encounters. The tower's incredible height created unique acoustic challenges, with engineers discovering that conventional materials would amplify and distort sounds in unexpected ways. The solution was biological, specially developed sound-absorbing surfaces modeled after the structure of moth wings, which naturally absorb sound without reflection. This biomimetic approach extends throughout the building, with ventilation systems inspired by termite mounds and structural elements that mimic the growth patterns of bamboo, making the Sky Mile Tower not just a triumph of height, but a laboratory for nature-inspired human habitation. Number 1. Jeddah Tower 2, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, 3,281 feet. Saudi Arabia's renewed attempt to create the world's first 1-kilometer-plus skyscraper represents the absolute pinnacle of current engineering capability. Unlike most super talls that taper to manage wind forces, this tower actually widens at strategic heights to create pressure release zones that disrupt vortex shedding, a breakthrough approach to wind engineering. The concrete used in lower sections has been specially formulated to support compressive loads exceeding 20,000 pounds per square inch. nearly 5 times standard concrete strength. Using magnetic levitation technology similar to high-speed trains, the elevators travel at speeds up to 64 feet per second, traversing the entire building in under 1 minute. The tower incorporates a revolutionary damping system using actively controlled gyroscopes that sense building movement and counteract it in real time, technology adapted from spacecraft stabilization systems. The true marvel of the Jeddah Tower 2 lies in how it overcomes what engineers call the 1-kilometer problem, the point at which traditional skyscraper designs simply cannot function due to their own weight. The solution came through a radical reimagining of the building's core structure. Rather than steel and concrete, the upper sections employ a revolutionary carbon nanofiber composite that offers 5 times the strength of steel at 1/5 the weight. The tower's foundation extends an astonishing 170 meters below ground, deeper than many skyscrapers are tall, anchored to ancient bedrock formed during the Precambrian era over 600 million years ago. Perhaps most impressively, the building can actively shift its mass distribution using a network of massive counterweights that move in response to changing wind conditions, essentially learning from each storm it experiences, making the Jeddah Tower 2 not just the world's tallest building, but possibly its most intelligent.